name is Andreas Haas. I'm the CEO of Axiotron.
Okay.
And we make the, two and only tablet Macs on the planet.
So there's an interesting story behind that the reason why Apple hasn't sued you for it. Why is that Apple hasn't taken legal action with your tablets?
There is nothing to legal action. We're an Apple premium developer.
Mm-hmm.
We follow the book by the rule. And really what we do to the Mac system is what AMG did to Mercedes. So we take an existing Apple MacBook, we have our sales partners take off the keyboard, and then we have them apply our conversion kit to it. So this is really an enclosure modification. If you sell a bigger disk drive to your system, you kind of modify it too, and we don't do anything else, not much more than that. So. But the guys who get legal action, they try to rip Apple off and try to build their own machines and make their own money off of it. Every Axiotron model sold is an Apple MacBook sold. So there's really there are no enemies, they're only friends.
That's good to hear. So what kind of technologies do you have in the current for sale version of the Modbook?
So the current Modbook comes equipped with a Wacom pen-enabled digitizer board that is located behind the screen, and which you can use to write and draw right on the screen. So if I'm picking the color here, there you go. So then I can go and basically draw on the screen. I can change the colors, red here, orange in this case. So obviously I could try to draw something upside down. It's a little bit tricky, but let's try some guy with a couple of feet here. You get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
You're right on the screen. There's 512 levels of pressure sensitivity on the device. So when you start lighter drawings, and then you press harder, see, adjust the lines accordingly.
Okay. Now, you also have a couple other features that are not standard in Apple laptops. What are those besides the Wacom tablet and the interface you have currently?
Right. So at this show we introduced Axiotron Synergy Touch. That is a hardware/software upgrade to existing modbooks, and it's going to be available as a little order option for future modbooks starting in April 6th. And what that does, and I can show you, can simulate some of it here. It adds touch to your device, but not the way the tablet PC industry is doing it. The PC industry having touch and pen there usually provide that as alternative user input methods. So the idea is if the pen doesn't do the trick, use your finger. If the finger doesn't use the trick, use the pen. So what we are going about is that we don't question the usability of the pen, and we use the touch to make the pen work better. So for example, touch is only enabled in hotspots, and there are 8 of them on the device. In the corners and halfway between the corners. So you don't have a user interface to figure out where the button is. And then once you touch the button, or once you touch the active area, a user interface comes up like this little menu bar, and then on that interface you can select what you want to do. So if I'm in Photoshop, for example, and I want to switch from my brush tool to the eyedropping tool, or the pipette, depending on which solution you use, to pick up a color and keep painting, I push my thumb over the side, I slide up, I get my little quick keys pad here, and right here is my Alt key. That's the one that's going to modify it. So I can use that Alt key, press the Alt key, and while I hold and press, it turns into the pipette. I pick up the color that I want, I let go, and I can keep drawing. So that's what we're talking about, Synergy Touch. It works simultaneously with the pen. Other features are very quickly you can pop up a number keypad. Obviously you can have a full keyboard. In the corner you get to activate settings that you use on notebooks with brightness up and down, volume up and down, or disk eject. You can also have access to the function keys and to the settings. So right now this is set up for me as a right-handed pen user, and you can also, if you're a left-handed pen user, you can just switch the active corner edges from here to the other side, or there is what I like to call a PC setting, in which you can switch on the whole front to act as a touch. For example, if you're in the plane and you really don't want to use the pen just to modify your controls on your video that you're playing, you can just switch this up, let go, click over, boom, you got video control by the way of touch screen. The next thing that our creative professional is doing a lot is zooming in and out of their work area. And this is what the top area here is going to be doing. You touch somewhere up here, a slider bar comes popping up, and now you can zoom in and zoom out of the screen. Once you zoomed in, of course, you want to pen around and move the artwork underneath your pen, and that is what you can do with the virtual trackpad on this side. So with your thumb, you can control where the artpad is while at the same time you're painting. This can go as far as making a really expanding Etch-a-Sketch. You can put the paintbrush on the paper, and then with your thumb you can move the paper underneath the pen. Not that I'm saying this is something useful, but I'm just pointing out there is not a single computer system on this planet that can do that, because that functionality usually is being accessed by the way of the user interface, the mouse user interface. So you put your pen down, you put two fingers on a trackpad, now you can pen. And once you're done penning, you have to pick up the pen and draw again. So in my case, you can do this at the same time. This is speeding up usability of the device quite a bit. The second solution, the second technology that we are now bringing, and I'm turning around a bit so I can demonstrate this better. Is this good? All right. Is handwriting recognition that works. So, in the past, what I had to do, let me just prep this up here in a second. So we go down here, 48. So now we have what we call Axiotron Quick Script. This is handwriting recognition that actually really works. So let me just write something and take a look at how lousy my handwriting is. Play cuss, or let's play something else. Oh yeah, play chess. Play chess. And now we have added something else. We call that Copernicus, and that is a sort of artificial intelligence. I wanted to play chess, but I can't without the application. So let's bring the application up. I write chess. There it is. Or open iTunes. Obviously I have to spell it right. Tunes, there you go. And notice how lousy my handwriting was. There you go. Or I can do the other way around. Quit iTunes. Oh, he's trying to do something. Quit iTunes. This is a difficult angle. Okay. Quit iTunes. Okay, that was fair. Alright, we are trying to improve this artificial intelligence technology to the point that you're actually going to be able to write more complex commands in it. At this point, this version, this beta version with the rudimentary intelligence is going to be available for download for all Modbook users January 14th, and it's going to be shipping as version 1.0 in May for $99 for everyone who does not have a Modbook. So for Modbook users, this is going to be free.